My name is Monica Kimeu, and I am the Secretary General for Women in Safety Excellence, and we like to call ourselves WISE. WISE is a Women in Security association keen on creating spaces for women to strategically position themselves in society. Ladies and gentlemen, today we debut the Parlour, which is a monthly talk series that gives women professionals an opportunity to share experiences, inspire, and give us tools to live day by day. We will be having on board expert speakers and real-life professionals from real experiences, sharing with us issues affecting them regarding the safety and security of women. The Parlour is here to give you space to share and grow. Welcome to the Parlour.
I'm very excited about the Parlour. It is a platform where we are going to have engagement in matters safety and security.
And we cannot wait for you to engage with us, especially in this month of love, where we're engaging with self-love, something that is not mostly talked about, but is very, very important.
A place where women in security share ideas, discuss things, and ladies and gentlemen, we have the Parlour to be able to do that. So please, watch out for this space. We are coming. As we start today's session of the Parlour, I'm glad to let you know that this is February. You all know what happens in February across world over. The spirit of love is in the air. The Valentine spirit is already out there, and even in the security space, we are not so rigid. We are feeling it too. So the theme of our Parlour today is self-love. Do we as women value self-love? Do we practice it? Do we even know it exists? So I'm going to move right into it. Terry, you come from the tech side of security, and most people imagine women in security to be these rigid people, and tech worse. Love is in the air. The Valentine spirit is out there. Being a woman in security, what is your understanding of self-love?
My understanding of self-love is, in a way, is self-identity. For you to love yourself, you must know who you are as an individual. So there's no way you can love yourself if you don't understand who you are as an individual.
Maybe elaborate. What do you mean by self-identity?
For me, self-identity, I'll speak from a professional perspective, is being able to know what do I want to do in my life, and how do I want to have an impact in this society. So for me, I was lucky because I was raised by a dad who we sat down and agreed. At the age of 12, I already knew that I had 18 years of the rest of my life in school to do my degree level and to do my master's level, and then also do my PhD level. Well, we didn't achieve the PhD level, but we are getting there. So it took a lot of time for him to explain to me that I needed to invest in myself so that I would have a voice later. And I knew from the word go that I wanted to venture into IT industry.
Okay. So are you saying, Terry, that from a childhood perspective, the aspect of you knowing yourself was instilled in you at a very young age? Yes. And you have been able, as a result, to cut your niche, yes, forge your path very purposefully to identify yourself.
Yes.
Interesting. Cicely, allow me to ask you the same. What is your understanding of self-love, being in the public service, being a policewoman? You know, we see you in blue uniform and we think you're this tough woman. What is your understanding of self-love?
Thank you, Monica, for the question. Just like what my friend Terry has said, self-love deals with being aware of who you are. It also deals with, you are able to do like a SWOT analysis. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And are you working towards reducing those weaknesses? What are the opportunities out there that I can leverage on and become a better person? And while I'm getting these opportunities, what are the threats out there? Because they must be there. So in the police service, it is a career dominated by men, yes. But it also has an opportunity for women. For your information, in the National Police Service Act, there's a provision for women to join associations. And that's why I'm in WISE. And that way we are able now to project and become role models to other women and tell them, look, even if you're in security, that's not the last of your life. We can have a better and quality life in security, just like any other woman in the village. Only that society expects us to have more responsibilities because we have to take care of everybody else and also take care of ourselves.
Wow, interesting. And now that you talk about in a male-dominated field, are you able to express yourself? And even as you talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, as a woman, do you know your strengths? Do you know your weaknesses? And how has that awareness impacted your whole being as a person?
Well, I think some of these things sometimes depends on your personality. Again, also depends on how you are brought up. But for my case, from a young age, I stood for my rights. I've been that firm girl. I make very tough decisions and I follow them through. So even when I joined the police service, for your information, that is about 20 years ago, there was this kind of segregation. The men could not work with the women, they could not be in the same class. And I was asking questions. Do you want to tell me in Kenya we have all police stations manned by female? And I started resisting at that very age. And today, it has come to pass. Now you go to Kiganjo, you find they have started mixing. Because of the voice that continuously are saying this is not right, this is unfair. And somehow, somebody listened and it changed.
So Cecily, if I'm getting you right, you're trying to tell us as women, being able to stand up for yourself is part of loving yourself.
True.
Being able to ask questions is part of loving yourself.
True.
Right? Terry, what do you think about that?
I agree. In my industry, I'll tell you, we are known to be people who are employed. But I had to take that risk and say, and we argued a lot, even with my family members. They didn't understand why I needed to leave employment to go and start something that is destined to fail because it's a woman-run company. So yes, it is. You have to make those tough decisions, and people think you're crazy, but you have to.
Wow, I think, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear it from the ladies that part of them being in this sector is them knowing themselves, is them loving themselves enough to delve into a niche, an area that is male-dominated. In our next segment, we discuss the Valentines, the spirit in the air, and what it means for us as women in the sector.